Congressman is with us now. It's
Thanks
great
so
to
much for
see
having
you.
me, John.
Television miracle. Nice to see you
Likewise.
this morning. Congressman, the first thing that we're going to see this morning is we are going to hear from survivors of Jeffrey Epstein. You have spoken with them extensively over the course of the summer in the last few months. Why is it so important to hear from them this morning?
Because I think each of them has a story to tell that is tragic, it's harrowing, but it also gives a sense of the scale of this conspiracy. Like each of these survivors tells a story of when they were very, very young, but when you start piecing all these stories together and then you realize that there were thousands of victims, that they came in from all over the country, sometimes international, you get a sense of just how horrific and just evil this whole sex trafficking ring was.
This is a process, this vote you're going to have shortly, is a process that's been going on for months now. And for most of those months, Speaker Mike Johnson and the president fought against having a vote. What does it tell you that they've reversed their position? What does it tell you that the vote is likely to be overwhelming, if not unanimous today?
I think they suddenly realized that maybe protecting pedophiles is not a position that is tenable in the United States of America or anywhere else. And I'll just say, there's an old saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. The American people have been fooled over and over and over by Donald Trump and Mike Johnson. And just as a reminder, Sarah pointed this out earlier, we wouldn't need this bill, we wouldn't need this vote if Donald Trump would just release the Epstein files. He went to great lengths to just release the Amelia Earhart files, which nobody was asking for. Meanwhile, we have a growing cascade of voices demanding that we have justice and transparency on what's going on. And all summer long, Mike Johnson and Donald Trump have done all they can to stop this vote. Donald Trump has threatened Republicans. He brought Lauren Boebert into the Situation Room, something you guys reported on last week, an unprecedented move. Speaker Johnson tried to adjourn us a week early, if you remember, back in July. And the only reason we have any subpoena at all in the House Oversight Committee is because a number of Republicans went home and House Democrats, led by Summer Lee, my colleague from Pennsylvania, was able to do a sneak move where we got a vote on this with Republicans out of town. That is why we have a subpoena. But just keep in mind, they're trying to cover this up. They're trying to protect pedophiles. Now they're coming to the table because they realize they're going to lose this vote. But Donald Trump will continue to do all he can to try to kill this because he doesn't want transparency. And we're starting to get a sense of why. Because his name is all over the Epstein files, and that's becoming clearer and clearer every time we get a production of new documents.
And Congressman Thomas Massie, who led the effort for the discharge petition, is speaking now. We'll go to him in just a second as we begin to hear from survivors there, Congressman. But you said, and Thomas Massie says he's concerned that even if it passes the House and the Senate, and even if theoretically the president signs the bill, that the Justice Department still will find a way not to release the files. What concerns do you have there?
I share the same concerns on oversight. We have issued a number of subpoenas to the Department of Justice. They've ignored us over the last few months. They've given us one production, a few thousand documents, a few thousand pages of documents, all of which had previously been publicly released. We know they're sitting on millions of pages of documents, potentially videos that might expose some of the activities that happened. They have a ton of information, and they're not releasing any of that to us. So, of course, we have concerns because there's already a subpoena to the Department of Justice that they're really not complying with.
And one other thing, you are on the Oversight Committee, and you have received some documents and information so far. Do you still have more information you're going through that has not been made public yet?
We are right now going through the latest production, and just as a reminder, I'm a former SEC attorney. This document review will take some time, but I just want to note that all of the document production in the recent months has come from the Epstein estate, not from the Department of Justice, not from the FBI, despite the fact that Pam Bondi and Kash Patel held these binders that they described as the Epstein files. We're not getting anything from the administration. It's all coming from the Epstein estate. We're going through those, but I will just say, when we talked to the survivors and their attorneys, the biggest thing they wanted us to look through were the financial records. We need to get it to the banks. Follow the money is the mantra, and I think this is a huge conspiracy. It involves a lot of foreign nationals. At one point, Jeffrey Epstein created an international modeling agency where he was transporting Eastern European girls under the age of like 16 to the United States to continue the sex trafficking ring. This is really, really big. We need details, and those bank records will help us get some sense of what's going on here.
Congressman Dave Min, thanks so much for being with us.